where the difficulty is. We're not at that technological stage yet where we know how to capture the irradiation when it's small. That's the problem. And that's why all of those materials remain so heavily controlled, because right now they can only be used as weapons or in giant power plants.
And what would happen if the thorium has become more like widely used and even the daily life, and then we know that Turkey is the main base? What would happen to Turkey?
Of course, you'd be rich. Richer. Rich like Turkey used to be in the days of the Silk Road and the Sultanates. Rich like. Only if it was commercially viable. So what I mean by that is, right now there's enough uranium available that people who want to build uranium power plants are building them, including here in the United States. I mean, that's what they were talking about with the, uranium resurgence. So there are all kinds of new, smaller nuclear power plants being built in the United States right now because there's plenty of uranium, including here in the United States. So until thorium can be proven stable enough to use in a power plant, or we can figure out how to control the irradiation in very small amounts to use it in phones and things.
How is the difference compared to the uranium?
Thorium is a lot more deadly.
Really?
So the rate at which thorium emits radiation is a lot higher than uranium. And that's why we don't currently have thorium power plants. Because what makes uranium dangerous is if it begins to emit radiation at too high of a rate, it sets off what they call a chain reaction. And the rate keeps going up and up and up until it can no longer be controlled, and then it explodes.
Yeah, but why don't we use this one to the spacecraft? So we don't care if they are radiating to the space. There's already radiation over there. Why don't we
Because if it gets into that same cycle where the level of emission of irradiation is too high, then your satellite explodes and falls down to the Earth. And it's showering radiation all the way into the atmosphere. And then let's just hypothetically say it lands in an ocean. Now you've got a huge contaminant in the ocean.
By the way, I really like the conversation.
Oh no, we're having fun, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is good.
And also,
I like that you're thinking out of the box.
And I know that what miner need, because the cost high for the drilling and stuff, right? What if I can design them AI tools and I'm trained that AI to just instead of drilling 10 and then just finding one mining, and maybe tell them 3 and then they will find 1.
You should read up about a American company called Cobalt.
Cobalt. Okay, Cobalt.
Because they have that technology. And they've tried it already in Zambia. It's a deep earth penetrating technology that operates across a whole spectrum so that it's providing a chemical signature of what's in the earth. So it can tell, is there gold, is there copper, is there rare earth, what kind of rare earth, because of the chemical signatures that this device is able to see.
How do they do that?
That's AI. Because they took the time, they programmed in what the chemical signatures of all these elements do look like when they're still encased in the stone of the earth. And then they used LiDAR type technology.
Yeah, that's what I was like, LiDAR, yeah, okay.
So it's a combination of a couple of different things. It's the American billionaire Jeff Bezos. He's the one that put the money into it. So, it's very high-tech stuff. It was successful in Zambia, and they are now interested in working in the Congo. So the technology that you're discussing is basically out there right now and could serve as a model for you, because I think it's very effective. I agree with you that it would greatly decrease the cost of exploration phase of mining and would improve the efficiency of recovery. So I 100% agree with you. I also figure Jeff Bezos spent 7 years and God knows how many millions of dollars to get all of that into a device that is small enough and light enough to be useful.
I want to use the drones.
Okay.
And, like I said, the
He
light.
does too now.
And also have the AI engineer that who developed for the gold mining the AI before. Like he
Okay.
already developed
Just
it.
one signature, just the gold. Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
quicker.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Big vision for big problems.
Exactly.
Absolutely.